What's going on out there, everybody? Hopefully, y'all can hear me pretty good. Hopefully, I'm coming in pretty good today. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment, and share button as you are coming in, catching this live. I'm definitely having a good fun today. Y'all hit that thumbs up button, that likes button, that subscribe button. But today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the stock market slid, especially tech stocks have been sliding here for the last week. The Dow Jones lost 561 points today. It's been a wild week, but it's been mostly a down week. But we got a lot to talk about today. We're going to be talking about Gamestop. It's having a resurgence. We're going to be talking about the bond yield, how it's affecting our stocks. And also, we're going to be looking at the tech stock side slide sell-off. And also, Coinbase. Coinbase has turned around and placed in its S-1 form. Who knows what the S-1 is? Who know what the form S-1 is and why is that so important? But if you don't know, you're gonna learn today, because we're gonna talk about that today in a major way, because we're gonna go straight through that S-1 on what you call it. Y'all tell me how my audio sounding. Hopefully my audio is sounding good. And we're gonna kick this off. Let me see what y'all say in the comment box. Hey, how you doing, Miss Joyce? She said, hey, Prince, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Joyce? Lucky's moms. Good evening, Prince, and everyone. Al, what's going on, Al? He says, good evening as well. I'm a little late today. I just got off done with my show out in Hawaii. I just did the Prince of Investment out there in Hawaii. I do that every 2 weeks. So y'all be seeing that episode tomorrow. That'll be uploaded tomorrow. So yeah. So y'all see that episode tomorrow. And we're going to talk about that. The episode I just did over there in Hawaii was about the stimulus bill that I think is going to get passed tomorrow. So we did an episode about the stimulus bill and the companies that are going to benefit from that stimulus bill getting passed. All right. So, I want to play my sound effects a little bit. Yeah, let me see. Which one is this one? Oh, there it is. I got to turn it up. My bad. Round of applause out there to everybody for whatever reason. I just want to hit my sound effect button. I'm a new kid with a new toy. All right, I just want to hit my sound. Anyway, how you doing, Miss George? She says she's doing great. That's great to hear. Be loving and kindness sounds good. Thank you. And also, Miss Freeman says it's good. Good evening from South Carolina, Miss Sip and Talk. How you doing, Miss Freeman? And Al, glad to see y'all checking in. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to get into my episode that's going to air tomorrow. I got an episode that's going to air tomorrow. It's going to be hitting up the stimulus package more so. Miss, I think that's Karen, says thank you. All right, anytime. You said, when can you check out the Hawaii vid? That one will be up tomorrow. So I shoot that one live in Hawaii, and then that comes on the next day. So, it is about 3-4 o'clock over there in Hawaii, and it's 8 o'clock at night here in Colorado, and it is 10 o'clock at night on the east side. So on the East Coast. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into it. Who knows what the S-1 report is? This is the podcast. Y'all know I'm going to talk today. So the S-1 report, why this is important for investors. So we're going to talk about Coinbase S-1. Coinbase S-1. Let me type this in. I should already have this typed up. If you know what that is, go ahead and put that in the comment box. What is a coin? What is S-1? Because you're not going to get this nowhere else on the internet. I guarantee you that. Not like this. Somebody's going to sit down and go through. People will tell you what's on the S-1, but they won't walk through the S-1 with you directly, right? So for prime example, that S-1 report, we're going to look up that S-1 report. We're going to go through it. We're going to tell you why that's important for investors and what's going on with that. And the reason why I like Coinbase S-1, because I believe with this whole cryptocurrency, companies like Coinbase are the real winners. So Coinbase files is S-1. Okay. If you don't know, you're going to learn today. You're going to learn today. That's what we're going to do in this episode here. Oh, sorry about that. I don't mean to hit my microphone here, y'all. Excuse me. I'm having a little difficulties here while I'm trying to type. Let me go ahead and throw this up. Coinbase. Oh, there we go. Max B said he's sipping out of his Investor Show mug. Oh, it's a must-have. So if you are tuning into the Investor Show, you want to read those financial reports and that S-1 report like a champ, the S-1 report right here. You read right here with your Investor Show mug, which you can get. You can log on right now below the description box and grab you one. I think it's somewhere down there, somewhere in these comment boxes. So y'all check that out. All right, Miss Karen said S-1 to IPO filing. There we go. She said, now we're on YouTube. Okay, cool. Yes, it will be on YouTube. Yes, It will be on YouTube. So the investor show, this is actually like my 4th year doing that show in Hawaii. I used to live in Hawaii. I used to shoot that show live in Hawaii. But when I left Hawaii and came to Colorado, they decided to keep the show. And we've been doing it now for about 4 years. So that one will be on tomorrow. All right. Miss Karen said the SP1 filing. Ms. Lucky's mom said S1 is submitted to the SEC before they go public. It's a financial info about the company, if I remember correctly. Look at Miss Lucky's mom showing off her finance degree. I see it. Okay. You're right. You are gonna learn. I should have that as one of my That should be one of my things there. It's a registration statement. Yes. So let's pull up that S1 report. I have it pulled up. If you haven't seen it before, you're going to learn today. And the reason why this is so important, the reason why, where's that? Yeah, give me one. There it is. Tried to hide from me there for a second. The reason, ladies and gentlemen, this is so important. This tells you I get to take a look at the finances of a company before it goes public, right? So this is Coinbase. And if you don't know what Coinbase Global is the one that everybody goes out there, they buy their Bitcoin. This is where they buy their cryptocurrency. And this company, just smart as they want to be, this is how people become billionaires. They don't become, I won't say they don't become, but majority of people, if you look at 95% of the people that become billionaires, they're always a part of a publicly traded company. Some way, some high, some form, they're part of a publicly traded company. So when you look at Elon Musk, of course, Bill Gates, of course, Warren Buffett, of course, Mark Cuban, of course, everybody's part of the IPO. This is when they can go get money from the public. All right. So don't think I care about this. We know what Coinbase is. But this reason why this is so important because I get to look at the finances of the company. Now, this is my first time looking at the S1. I pulled it up. I didn't have a chance to get into this episode like I want to. Usually I study for about an hour or two before I do the show. But I had to, it was a long day. I had to study before the Hawaii show. Then I had to study. I didn't get a chance to put as much time into study as I wanted to into this show. All right. So I haven't had a chance to go over this. So I'm going to be reading it for the first time. So I may stumble. I don't want everybody to be like, come on, man, you can't read or whatever. So this is my first time seeing it. So when I read it for the first time, of course, it takes me a little minute to go through it. So let's look at about the business. If you don't know what the business is, you get to see about the business. How is it going to register? All that good stuff. Okay. This is when you consider a lockout period. Who knows what the lockout period is? When this company IPOs, what is the lockout period? Y'all better know this. Lucky's moms better know that. Max B's better know that. Joyce, you better know what the lockout period is. Freema, you better know what the lockout period is. Al, you better know what the lockout period is. If you're still on live and you're catching this, y'all better know what that lockout period is because we talked about this so important. So this S1, we're going to be able to see what that lockout period is as well. We're going to see what type of money they got in the bank, what this company is all about, how it's making its money. This is why I prefer publicly traded companies because I can get into their finances. So I want y'all to take a look. What is that lockout period? All right, now where was I? I'm also going to lose my space. There we go. All right. Let's look at it. Okay, this is Coinbase. Coinbase said open financial system to the world. Okay, all this more economical freedom for everyday business and people. Monthly transactions. Okay, they have 2.8 million in 2020. They had 2.8 monthly transaction users. Verified users 43 million. Right. So you're going to get to see how they make their money. Lifetime trading volume is 400 a half a trillion. Assets on the platform is 90 billion. So let's go here. Oh, they got a glossary for cryptocurrencies. This is my first time getting a look into the cryptocurrency world from somebody who I can actually see and put my hands on. All right. About the prospectus. Okay. Oh, no. I'm trying to get to the business. Let's see the business. The letter from the CEO. I don't really, I will look into that one, but I could see his letter. Prospectus summary. Okay. This is what I want to see. This is what I get to see about that company. Y'all better be in here talking about this. Y'all better have this lockout period down. Lucky's mom said lockout period is how long the initial investors have to hold on to this stock before selling. Lucky's mom, why do we care about that? Why should an investor, why someone who's going to buy an IPO should care about that lockout period? Al, I see you say you there. There you go, Lucky's mama. Okay. So now, before we get into that lockout period, that's when I probably look into the company. But let's look into what this company is about. All right. So the overview: Coinbase powers the crypto economy. Our mission is to create an open financial system for the world. Today, the way that we invest, spend, and save, generally manage our money, remains cumbersome and inefficient, expensive, regionally isolated. In contrast, the internet has transformed our society by connecting the world of enabling seamless transaction information. The legacy financial system is struggling to keep pace with the speed of the technological advantages in the global and digital world society, resulting in the need for a new, digital financial system. We are building a crypto economy, a more fair, accessible, efficient, transparent financial system for the internet age, and that leverages the crypto assets, digital assets built on blockchain technology. We started in 2012 with a radical idea that anyone, anywhere should be able to easily, securely send and receive Bitcoin. The first crypto asset we built trust. We built a trusted platform for assessing Bitcoin and the broader cryptocurrency by reducing complexity. Blah blah blah. Today we are leading and providing in the okay. So what I told y'all yesterday, why did I get it? Why did I speculate on Bitcoin? Institutions. Okay, so right here they say institutions. We provide hedge fund, money managers, and corporations a one-stop shop for assessing crypto markets through advanced trading and custom technology built on top of robust security infrastructure. We offer a state-of-the-art marketplace with a deep pool of liquidity. Cool institutions, right? Okay, we have seen the flywheel work, blah, blah, blah. As of our customers have traded, as of December 31st, 2020, our customers have traded over $459 billion on our platform since inception and stored over $90 billion worth of assets across our platform. The growth has come from a minimum outbound sale of marketing effort. And since inception, over 90% of the retail users have found our user organically around word of mouth. So they said they pretty much did little to no marketing. Okay. So in 2020, we generated $3.4 billion in total revenue, large from transactional fees. So it's right here. Every time somebody buy and sell cryptocurrencies, right here, this is where they're making any money, transaction fees. So $3.4 billion in total revenue from transaction fees that we can earn from volume based trades. Oh, wow. Here we go. Here we go. This is the secret sauce. This is the line right here. Because this is going to tie to when we get to GameStop later on. This is going to tie into when we get to GameStop later on. GameStop. Stop. I'm sorry. GameStop. All right. So right here, Dunk, what's going on? I see you down there, Dunk. Okay. So right here, they're going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, this is the secret sauce right here. Since inception through December 31st, 2020, we have generated $3.4 billion in total revenue, largely from transaction fees that we earn from volume-based trades on our platforms by retail users and institutions. So they earned $3.4 billion last year, largely are fees from what? Platform, retail users, and institutions. Volume-based trades. So right here, this is majority of their money they're telling you is coming from institutions. So when people try to jump on and outsmart a platform like an E-Trade or a TD Ameritrade or Robinhood or now a Coinbase, when you read how they make their money, they're going to tell you, right? They're going to tell you where they're getting majority of their money from, right? Majority. So these institutions you're trying to screw over with, getting back at the little guy, which I'm not knocking anybody for doing it, but you got to understand who's in their back pocket. Coinbase telling you right here, largely volume-based trades are coming from institutions. So when you try to screw over the institutions by using a Robinhood or E-Trade or a TD Ameritrade, what are you doing? What are you doing? These guys are in bed with each other, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so they say for the year ended in, their transaction represented 96% of their 96% of their revenue come from transaction fees. When you buying and selling that Coinbase, when you on Coinbase buying and selling 90%, 96% of their $3.4 billion, that's where it came from. We have leveraged the strength of our trading business to scale and broaden our platform by investing in Flywheel to launch new products and services and grow the ecosystem. I don't know what Flywheel is, you know. Today, we directly integrated 15 blockchain protocols, over 90 assets. Okay, cool. Now let's get down to the finances. So I wanted to go there to show you guys and girls what the company was about. Now let's get down to the nuts and bolts of it. Okay, you made $3.4 billion last year, but we're going to look at their the first thing we're going to look at their finances that they released, and then we're going to get into their lockout period. Okay, Lucky's Mom, let's see who's good at this. Just for here we go. So y'all said y'all knew what the lockout period was, right? How can I find the lockout period in an S1? Where do I go to find the lockout period in a form S1? All right. So now let's go down here. So you're not going to get this from anybody else. Other people would tell you what they heard, what they read across the article or whatnot. Not too many people are going to go in here and pull up these financial data and be able to interpret this to the broad-based audience, right? So here we go. Now, this is what I want to see. We on the, what section do I go to get to that lockout period? But now we're on the selected consolidated financial data. Okay. So let's see how much money they made. Now here we go. So this is in thousands, millions. So they made 1.1 billion in revenue. So the total revenue in 2019 was 533 million. In 2020, their revenue almost tripled. All right. Now, total operational expenses. Okay, so they made a revenue. So top line revenue right here. Total revenue is 1.2 billion. Their total operating expenses is 868 million. Okay, so they made about $4 million, $400 million in profit. I'm assuming. So they made 408 million operating income. Okay, 409 income loss. So this is a profitable business already. This is a profitable business already. Okay, Coinbase. I can see Coinbase. So look at their bank account. They say in their bank account, they reported on December 31st, they had $1 billion in cash. They have $5 billion in assets. So in people's money, they got 3.7 billion. So they got customers' custodial funds. So I'm thinking that's people's money that they hold. It quadrupled from 2019. More people buying Bitcoin and things like that, cryptocurrencies. Okay, so their total assets was 5 billion. Their total liabilities was 4 billion. Total shareholder equity. So their net worth is about almost $1 billion. You see this? This is a pretty financially strong company. It's profitable already. Most S1s come out, they're not profitable. Right? I don't know who this is. The coin brother, bro, save me some fees big time. I don't know what that is. Indigo says, greetings from San Diego. What's going on? You said Coinbase Pro. Okay, so you got Coinbase Pro. Yeah, you might be saving on the fees, but I'm guessing you're paying some type of membership. And though we might get to see CIV a little bit later on. But okay, so right now, to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen, Coinbase financially looks pretty strong. Hold on, let me look at their cash flow. Let me add that back on here. Let me not speak too soon. That balance sheet looks pretty good. Net worth of about $1 billion. They got $1 billion in cash. Their total liabilities, which is pretty high, but you know, they got more than what they have. Okay. Verified users. I'm guaranteeing you the only bad part about Coinbase, everybody's going to want to see their verified users grow. So they had 32 million last year and verified users. Now they got 43 million. They're going to looking at I'm pretty sure they're going to be looking at that to grow. Monthly transactions has doubled. They had 1 million transactions last year. Now they got 2.8 million. The assets on the platform. So they had 16 million on the platform. Now they got over 90 billion. I mean, 16 billion. They went up to 90 billion. I'm thinking a lot of that to do is, let's say if I bought $1,000 with the cryptocurrency, now it's going up to 10,000. I didn't sell, so that's adding on to it. The trading volume, of course, cryptocurrency has been going up. So let's see that cash flow. They're cash flow positive. 32 million cash flow positive. They was losing in 2019. They're cash flow positive. Look at that adjusted EBITDA. How much money they bringing in? $500 million last year. Okay, Coinbase. This is a financially strong company to just be IPOing. Okay, Beloved County said, I don't have Coinbase Pro, just Coinbase, and it's easy and I like it. I was hoping to buy Coronado on it, but it was not available there yet. Okay, cool. Trucker says, Prince, salute to you. Salute to you. So when you look at this S-1 report, this is an IPO filing. Coinbase is filing this IPO. And when you break it down and you look at this, Coinbase is looking pretty good. It is cash flow positive. It has a positive EBITDA. The EBITDA is the earnings before taxes and immunizations, and y'all get what I'm saying. I don't know all of them. I'm sorry. But that's telling you how much the company is making. So that's positive. It has a net positive cash flow, $1 billion in cash. It has a positive network. Usually these companies that IPO are losers. They're usually real big losers, right? So this company, Coinbase, is coming out. It's going to be looking pretty nice. So now let's go to the next topic, which is going to be, what is Coinbase lockout period? Where do I go to find a lockout period? Coinbase lockout period. Coinbase lockout period. So here we go. Let's take out this. So to get to the Coinbase lockout period, ladies and gentlemen, what you're going to do, you're going to go back up here and you're going to go to, I think it's called a shareholders future or something like that. Let's see here. See, can I find it for y'all out here? Okay. Here we go. Shares eligible for future sale. All right, here we go. Now, I don't know when this company is going to IPO. I'm pretty sure it'll be soon. Okay. So they're looking at $28. By the time it come out, it'll probably be about $50, $60. I think Coinbase will probably come out at like $50, $60. Because if they're saying this shares are $28 here, by the time it hit the market and people get a chance to get to it, it'll be like $60. It'll run up a couple of days and it'll come back down. Everybody will talk about it. Then we're going to look at their first quarter earnings quarters. Okay, here we go. Here we go here. Shares eligible for future sale. Registration of prospectus based on the number of shares in capital. December 31st, we have 21 million shares of Class A common stocks. Class B, assuming the shares of Class A common stock. Class B restricted. Shares up to the public market. Shares of common stock. Give 1 second. As described below, until we have a reporting period. Okay, of at least 90 days. Okay. So here it is right here. So from the day they come out, 3 months later, that's their lockup period. Right? Word for word. As described below, until we have been on a reporting company for at least 90 days, only non-affiliates who have benefited on their shares of common stock for at least prior 1 year will be eligible to sell their shares of common stock under Rule 144, which is expected to include approximately, they put a blank there for the shares. So theirs is 90 days. So here you go. In general, on the rule for as occurring effectively, our affiliates or persons selling shares on behalf of our affiliates are entitled to sell within 3 month period of a Class A does not exceed general 1%. Okay. So they got 90 days from the day when they come out. They got 3 months before that lockout period expires where people can sell their shares. So they do not want it to exceed 1% of the number of shares, the average volume. Okay. So it's 90 days. 90 days after they go public, that's when the company's can go to their lockout period. That's what y'all saying in the comments. Now, the next thing we're going to get on to this GameStop resurgence. Y'all know I talked about GameStop when it dropped down 80-some%. It went from $300 something to, I don't know, $50 something or whatever. Now it's at $100. Still down from its January high when everybody was crazy about it. So let's look at it. We're going to talk about, y'all give me 1 second. All right. Sure y'all can hear me. GameStop resurgence. We had a resurgence of GameStop. We saw GameStop today go on a nice little run. For the last 2 days, it's been waking up, and everybody wants to know why. What's going on in the GameStop world? What's going on in the GameStop world, right? So let me see here. GameStop. GameStop is now at $108. Let me pull this screen up. Let me show you so y'all can see it as well. What I'm looking at. So right here, GameStop. Did I spell that right? Resurgence. Okay, cool. But I put up there insurgents or something. So we got GameStop, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go back. Let's look at year to date. So, everybody knows GameStop was at $17 at the beginning of the year, below $20. Then all of a sudden it started to get up. Then right on January 21st, GameStop went from $43 and within a week, it went from $43 all the way up to $347. That was its high, $347. Not even a month ago. Not even a month ago, it was $347. So now you see it dropped down to $193. I did an episode when it was at $325. And then I did another episode when it went down to $53. So it went down to $53 about 2 weeks ago. And now it's up to $100. It's still down from its all-time high. Still down 300% from its all-time high. But you've seen this nice fall off here. So you see GameStop is kind of running back. People thinking like, hey, maybe it's a short squeeze. What's going on in the GameStop world? This is the only thing that happened with GameStop, ladies and gentlemen. This is what happened with GameStop. Let me show this. Let me stop that. Let me share the right screen here. I like this thing. I can play my little music here, my little intro music. I can have a little background music too. That's pretty cool, right? Y'all think that's pretty cool? Y'all like with a little background music going on? Or y'all think that's too much? Can y'all hear the background music? Let me see here. GameStop. So, okay. This is the only thing that happened in the GameStop world. This is a news release that they put out, I think it was 2 days ago. Why the date is now? Okay, yeah, on 23rd. 2 days ago. Do y'all like the background noise there? Not noise, but the background music and stuff like that. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Right here, we got the GameStop resurgence. The only thing that we saw that changed in the GameStop world here was GameStop announced the CFO has resigned. The resignation of the CFO. So here they put in from Grapevine, Texas, their headquarters. Today announced that Jim Bell, executive vice president and chief financial officer, will be resigning. Oh, wow. You got 2 people. Okay. So the executive vice president and the chief financial officer will be resigning from his role on March 26, 2021. The company thanks Mr. Bell for his significant contribution and leadership, blah, blah, blah. the company initiated a search for a permanent CFO with the capabilities and qualifications to help accelerate GameStop transformation. A leading search of the firm, you know what, that man, you know what it sounds like? This CFO probably has some stocks. His stock value went through the roof. He cashing out. That would be my opinion. The CFO is like, hey, you know what? I was planning on retiring in about 20 years. The company gave me a bunch of stocks for GameStop for $10. And you know, those executive packages, you know, you have so many executive packages out there. I think his executive package went up through the roof and he was just like, you know what? I'm cashing out. I'm out of here. That's what I thought was pretty funny. But I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna turn that off. But I just, I'm just playing my little toy out. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, right here we see GameStop had a resurgence. The only thing that's changed is the CFO resigned. Right now, it could have had nothing to do with their stocks or whatever. They could have resigned for whatever reason. But it's my belief that they resigned probably because they have. You know what? Let's do this. Let's not speculate. Let me look it up. Let me see if I can find if their CFO held some stocks. Let's see if Mr. Jim Bell, if he has some shares of GameStop that he's cashing out on, that he's taking his pension plan and he's taking his ball and going home. Let me log in over here and see if I can see if he's on the list of top holders, right? Oh, no, I didn't mean to hit that button there. GME. Let's go to GameStop. Let's go to the insider activity. Up under their insider activity. Let's see here. Let's see who's on this list. Jim Bell. We had two people. Oh, look at that. See, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you got to do your research. Everybody was looking at, why did Jim Bell leave? And what's going on with Jim Bell? Let's pull up this calendar over here. Let's stop this, right? Let me pull this up so y'all can see this. Let me share my screen. So y'all saw it was a guy by the name of Jim Bell. He resigned. And as we already know, look at Jim Bell. Jim Bell, on June 9th, Jim Bell, the chief financial officer, he got an award of an option of 278,000 shares of GameStop. 278,000. Let's see, how much was GameStop stock going for in 2008? On June 6th. Let's look at it. June 6th. What they said June 8th, right? What was June 9th? Okay, June 9th. What was GameStop price? Let's take a little look here. Let's go back a year. June. Wow. June 9th. I'm going to pull this up so y'all can see it. I want y'all to see how much was GameStop. How much did GameStop stock cost on June 9th? I'm going to pull this up. I want y'all to see it. June 9th of 2020, GameStop cost $4.96. So Mr. Jim, I think his name was Jim Bell, right? Shout out to Jim Bell. Y'all give a round of applause. Round of applause to Jim Bell out there. He was awarded over 250 something. How much he said? He was awarded 278,000 GameStop stocks on June 9th when the stock was costing $4. $4. This stock cost $4 on June 9th. I'm trying to get it right. Y'all see it. $4.96. He got 298,000 shares. And you can see today, those shares are worth 108. They were worth $300 and some a month ago. So y'all, let's give a shout out to Mr. Jim Bell, a CFO of GameStop, who's stepping down. Let's give him a nice little round of applause. That was a nice little come up. Shout out to Mr. Jim Bell there, who got 298,000 shares. He was awarded the option of 298,000 shares of GameStop for $4.96. Now today, It's over $108. That's about a what, 1,000, 2,000% return. So he made a couple of millions and millions and millions of dollars if he cash out today. If he'd have cashed out the peak, oh man, so I see why he's stepping down. I'll step down too. I'll be like, you know what, man, y'all can have this. I'm going home. I'm not playing with you guys. Tucker asked me, am I on the hold on? He says he's looking forward to the IPO of Robinhood. Yes, I'm looking to Robinhood, you know, right here. Are you on the AMC train? No. When I get into these companies that are creating short squeezes and things like that, I'm a little weary because my luck, by the time I get in, that's when I get in at the peak, at the height, and everything will crumble. Especially, I'm not buying because of the finances. Because let's look at Activision. If I was looking at a good financial company, a game company, why not look at Activision? Why nobody's looking at Activision? So Tony's saying it's a short squeeze from GameStop again. It could be, possibly. Nico said, I'm in on GameStop, not much, but it's honest work. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. He said, I think it hits 480 at its peak even. Wow. That'll be very nice. See, I try to make common sense of why I made an investment. Now I can speculate. I speculated on Bitcoin. I speculated on Stellar, but I knew that walking into the game. I just said, hey, you know what? Let me see what this do. Throw it over there, right? Whatever. But I don't want my portfolio full of, let me just throw it over there and see what happens. I have to look at something, look at the finances. Like we just looked at Coinbase and we saw, oh, Coinbase. Look at his balance sheet. Good balance sheet, positive. Look at his cash flow, positive. Look at his income statement, positive cash flow, positive balance sheet. Now I can look at that and say, oh, okay, cool, Coinbase. All right, I can make a decision off of that. And if Coinbase was to take off, I have no problem with riding that train. But when it's just look at GameStop, I don't even know if GameStop is even profitable. Is it profitable? No, it's not even profitable. I'm just getting in there that's what I do when I go to Vegas. I speculate. I'm like, you know what? It's making some money or whatever, but I don't want to do that. LK Raw, what's going on? You say you got a general question. Benny 11 Accounting says it's okay. Look at Philip G. Philip G, I'm guessing you did the math. Wow. That's a lot of 30 million. Philip G, I don't know if I haven't done the math, but that's a nice little piece of change. Follow the money, ladies and gentlemen. The CFO is stepping down. These people are stepping down. It sounds like these people are cashing out. They got this company. They work for this company. When you're in the executive position, you get all these executive packages if you're not aware of that. And when you get these executive packages, these companies gives you hundreds and $200,000, $300,000 worth of, not dollars, but shares of the company to work there. And when you brought this company for $400 and you just go stupid, dumb, crazy all over to $300 for no reason because somebody's trying to quote unquote short squeeze you, think about how much money I would. That man's like, man, my retirement plan is looking lovely. Not even a year. This man money has gone about 1,000%, 30 million. I'll step and be like, you know what, man? I just woke up to 30 million off of somebody trying to short squeeze our company. Follow the money, ladies and gentlemen. Follow the money. Okay. LK Raw says, general question. What do you think about people saying that trading and investing is bad and you should not do it? That's crazy. Now, if you're like trying to day trade and just jump into something, you know what? I'm going to do an episode on that because I saw Charlie Munger say something. LK Raw, you talking about what Charlie Munger said about Robinhood? If you're speaking to that notion, yes. I can see what Charlie Munger is saying. He's saying, hey, people are sitting at home with their app, and with their app, they're just jumping in and out of stocks because they hear, oh, this company's going up. They do know, so I can see what he's saying by that. But no, in investing, no. I mean, if you're day trading, I'm not crazy about day trading, but investing consistently over time, no. I don't. Why would I think that's crazy? Joyce said it's always about the money. You're right. You're right. Beloved said, I saw it says he was pushed out due to lack of faith. Oh, faith of the company. I would lose faith too. I just woke up to 30, $40 million. Open your door. Zoom Tutor said, I hope you remember you made a video about Airbnb and DoorDash lockup period expired a couple months ago. With Airbnb releasing its earnings at the hours and their lockup period expiring on the 31st, what's your take on the stock? I would do an episode again. That's good. Yeah, I do remember doing when Airbnb and who was the other company? Airbnb and DoorDash. Yeah, they both came out at the same time. And we talked about their lockup period. Yes, when they release their finances, we're going to take a look at their finances. And I don't know. I have a good mentor of mine, Mr. He's a billionaire. He's what did he do? He put in a lot of he owns a bunch of hotels and things like that. So I wonder how he feels about Airbnb. I spoke to him on the phone about a day or two ago. He's talking about coming on the show next week. I thought about doing a show with him next week, but I don't know. I think I may bring him on the show. I may actually go to his hotel, and I've been contemplating of going to his hotel in Detroit and doing an interview there, maybe trying to make a little. He's been on the show a couple times, but I would definitely hear his take on Airbnb. But yeah, you're right. I will look at the earnings report. Their earnings are up to snuff. I'll look at their finances, and if they look good to go, then yes, I have no problem. I would like to see if that stock is going to fall. The lockout period has just expired, and to see what people say. But I don't think theirs was 90 days. I can't remember what their lockup period was, but I have to look back at that. But yeah, definitely I will wait till after their lockup period. You said I know nothing, but I brought a solar company for $8 and went up to $80. Now it's down to 59, but I'm still happy. What solar company? Congratulations. Congratulations on that. Congratulations. Let's give her a round of applause. Good job there, Be Love Kindness. She said, I know nothing, but I brought a solar stock for $8 and it's going up to 80. Yes, green energy has been getting beat up lately. My company has been in phase, and my company is that's not my company, but that's one of the ones I'm leaning pretty heavily on. And ICLN, they've been getting beat up lately, so it'd be a good time to load back up, in my opinion. More knowledge say E-Trade recently updated their application. Okay, I may have to put out some new tutorials. Maybe time for some new tutorials on E-Trade. LK Raw, not sure what this is, but I've spoken to some people, they say they would rather work a job or do illegal activities than trade stocks. Oh, that's people. I mean, I don't try to save everybody, or I don't try to play the moral high ground. It's not for everybody. I mean, somebody has to work the job, somebody has to be the employee, somebody has to. We could want $15 minimum wage, but somebody's going to have to come in here and be the plumber. Somebody's going to have to be the electrician. Somebody's going to have to serve people at restaurants. Somebody's going to have to do something. So I think in this ecosystem of the world that everybody's finding their own place, right? So I don't look at people. I think that's crazy, in my opinion. That's crazy. That's one of the dumbest things in the world. I wouldn't do that. Be like, oh, I'd rather just do illegal, sell drugs than to trade stocks. Why would I do illegal activity? If I'm going to risk, okay. I invest $1,000 in stocks. I lose $1,000. Whoop de doo. I lost $1,000. I go out here and get $1,000 and go buy. I don't know the measurements of drugs, but let's say if I went out here and brought drugs and got now I put my life on the line. That's crazy. One, I can get killed. Two, I can go to jail. That's crazy. I'll take losing $1,000 if it was me. And the reason why people say that, LK Raw, in my opinion, is that due to lack of exposure. Most people have been exposed to illegal activities in life. We all were exposed to illegal activities, but many people haven't been exposed to the world of investing. So when you give people money or opportunities, they're going to go to do what they know how to do. For prime example, somebody give me, $10 million. I'm going to be looking for different. I'm going to invest only in things that I know. The average person don't know about investing or looking to invest in the stocks. All they know, the media goes crazy when stocks are going down. So The average person doesn't know about stocks, investing, insurance, and real estate and things like that. They don't know how to get into that. So people are going to resort back to they know what they know. So it's not shocking. My mom had a 9 to 5. My dad did drugs, not me in particular, but most people, moms had it. Mom and dad probably had a 9 to 5, or uncle. And most people have known people who've done illegal things. So people, and usually the legal things is the path to least resistance, and you make a bunch of money fast. But then you got to sleep, looking over your shoulder. I don't know. That's just not me. My opinion, that's crazy. What's going on with AT&T? More knowledge said. Let me see what is going on with AT&T. I haven't always been a Verizon person over AT&T. I know what happened with Verizon, but not AT&T. Oh, let me see here. All right. Okay, I gotta fix that definitely. AT&T. Okay, yeah, I heard about them doing the, AT&T. Look at this chart. Do I have it pulled up? Look at this chart here. Look at AT&T. You go back on a 1-year chart, 5-year chart of AT&T. Come on. It's a good company. It's a multi-billion-dollar company. You got, but this stock just don't move. It pays a nice, pretty dividend, but the dividend yield is high because the stock is dropping. I don't want to do that. No. So AT&T is not something for me. It kind of rhymes too. You said write off losses and tax reduction. Yes. And then if you lose money out of your 401k, if you lose money out of your brokerage account, if you lose money on an investment, guess what? You write it off. You write it off. Y'all give me 1 second. I have to see what I'm gonna do here. I'm gonna have to hook up something real quick. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm back. Karen says, nice beat. Okay, you looking for another drop? He said, I'm looking for another drop. And turn this off. All right. After the commercial break, I had to change out one of my batteries. So we will see. All right. So let's go here. So yeah, that's my thing there. All right, the next thing, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's go. The last thing I want to get into today, we seen the stocks slide in like I don't know what. Bond yield and stocks. Let me get this off of bond yield and stocks. Let me write that down. We've seen a nice little jump in the bond yield. That's been falling, having stocks fall, having people run the cash. And that's what we're seeing, the rise of bond. It's kind of funny. I just did a video on bonds too. Then we had bond yields kind of come back out. Let me see here. Well, as y'all know, when I look at bond yields and stocks, there's nothing that overly. Okay, let me tell y'all something. Let's go ahead and get into this. The stock sell off tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. The House is going to pass this $1.9 trillion stimulus bill. What do you think is going to happen? What always happens when the House passes a big stimulus bill? Let me change it. The House is due to pass a 1 point. What is going to happen? Stimulus package. Y'all should know this. Y'all already know what's going to happen. Stimulus package. If these things get approved, what's going to happen? What goes up every time we hit the stimulus package? This is my idea, ladies and gentlemen. My idea, the stimulus package, every time it goes in, you're going to see a rise in gold and silver. Every time the stimulus package comes up, we're going to see a rise in gold and silver. Low interest rates, once we print that money machine, because we're going to print out $1.9 trillion. And, they're talking about, you're going to see me do more on this topic tomorrow. I did this out in Hawaii, but when you see this gold and silver, you're probably going to see a rise in gold and silver tomorrow or earlier next week. So this always happens. Silver and gold, those ETFs start to take off and everybody be like, oh, look at gold, right? So as we print more money, as the Federal Reserve start to print more money, people start to look for other ways. We got a $1.9 trillion package. It's probably going to get approved tomorrow. The only thing the House is going to approve it, I think it's going to be a little problem with getting past the Senate is the $15 minimum wage. I look at that, a federal $15 minimum wage. I don't agree with that. My personal opinion. I'm looking at it from a small business stance. Yes, it is great for. I hope everybody make as much money as they can as they need, but we got to look at it from the stance of a small business. Yes, it makes sense in places like New York City. It makes sense in places like Seattle, San Francisco, LA, possibly even San Diego, big metropolitan areas. What about the rest of the country? Majority of the country is middle of America. Places like Colorado, outside of Denver, you have a bunch of small towns. Outside of California, majority of California is a rural area. Outside of different areas of Mississippi, Alabama, they need $15 an hour. What happens is, what about the person who's already getting $15 an hour in Mississippi? When the minimum wage becomes $15, what is he going to tell his employer? I want more money. The person, he wants $20. The person that was getting $20, they now want $25. You guys and girls see where that's going. Let's take it to a simplistic place of McDonald's. Let's say McDonald's, now the minimum wage is $15. The guy on the fries getting $15, good for him. But now what are you going to do with the person that was on the window who was getting $10 before? Now you got to give them $16, $17. What about the store manager, the shift manager? Everybody wages go up. And then when all this money's going up, what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen? Where is this money going to come from? They're going to put it on the menu. Great, everybody's making more money, but now there's no more dollar menu. I like my McDouble with mac salts and fries. And I usually get like a Powerade or a sweet tea, right? It's not going to be no dollar menu no more. That's going to be the $2 menu, the $3 menu, because who's going to cover that cost? So I think that could be an issue with minimum wage getting past the House. I think that just if we go out there federally and say everybody get $15 an hour, I think that's a little crazy. I think it need to be certain areas need to adjust, but I don't think everybody need to adjust across the board. All right. So I think that could be a little hiccup of that happening. But I get more into that tomorrow. But the stimulus package, every time we pass that stimulus package, we're going to see silver and gold always run up. And the sad part about unemployment, ladies and gentlemen, everybody's like, oh, people are unemployed. Let's get them an unemployment check until we get things back to normal. People not realizing this is the new normal. Right? I like that, Vinny. Vinny said, love your show. Watch you all the time. Appreciate that, Vinny. Where you from? Somebody asked me questions. Blue Team Racing says, are investors pulling out money until the market recovers, or they pull or bull market somewhere else? I think that investors are concerned. We're at the top of the market. We're in a bull market. So when we're at a bull market, everybody wants to, buy low. Buy high. Buy low, sell high. So when the market is at an all-time high, people become very fidget and they love to, who is this a downturn? Is it the downturn? I told you I went through that for 10 years where I was like, okay, when we was in a bull market, instead of enjoying and riding the bull, I was waiting on the next crash. I was, whoa, is this the crash? Is this the crash? Is this when everything gonna collapse? Instead of riding that bull for a whole decade. So even with when you look at even in the bull market, look at the last decade, you're going to see big dips in the market. You know, there was always something going on. We had flash crashes. So I'm staying on the side of the bull. In the long term, the bull will always win. Blue team racing. Yes, the bear market may come up and beat up 21. They might even beat up 22, year 21 and 22. But guess what? Year 23, that bear is going to come back in a major way. That bear is going to come back when you go back to 2030. That bear is going to, not that bear, I mean, the bull is going to come back in a major way. The bear market, for people who don't understand, the bear market is when the market is going down. Yes, they may have a good 2021. They may have a good 2022. They may have a good week. They may have a good month. They always do this during a bear market, a bull market. But guess what? Bull will come back in a major way. I'm not smart enough to be picking the bull market at the downturns. You said the market will go up. The market is designed to go up. If the market crash, we will go into martial law. Do you know how there are trillions of dollars in the market? One, trillions of dollars of people's 401ks, people's pensions plans. So every monetary policy is built to keep the market up. Say what you want about Trump, but he had a nice 4 year. I had a nice 4 year run. Y'all did too. So financially, economically, policies, what he said, and things like that, that's on him. But this is not a political show, not getting into that. But I'm talking about from a standpoint of economics, it was good for Trump and it was good during Obama. So Republican and a Democrat, cool, they're fine with me. But I'm going to always stay on the tone of being on the side of the bull. I don't know when that bull is going to jump back out of that cage, but he's in there. He's going to come back. He's gonna, and the bigger the drawback, the bigger the comeback. I mean, think about it. The Dow Jones at 18,000 March of last year. No, not 18. It was at about like 20 some thousand. 18 to 20,000 last year. It was in the teens. Just think about that. The Dow Jones was in the teens last year. Just a year ago. Y'all give me 1 second. The Dow Jones was in the teens last year. Let's look at where is that day. I think it's at where did it close at today? Look it up real quick. Oh, 31, right? So just think about it. Just from that great pull, it's like a rubber band. It pulled it down. Now look at it rebounded in a major way. Dow Jones came back. Now it's at 31,000. Y'all think I should open up my phone lines? Not tonight. Not tonight. I just saw the time. I've been on here for an hour. The next show, I'm going to open up my phone lines. Y'all going to be able to call in, talk to me, tell me what y'all thinking. Because sometimes it get a little hard reading that. And I got my new little board here. I got my audio. Hopefully my audio is good. So I'm gonna have y'all gonna be able to call into my line and talk to me when I do these shows. People have a few bucks and start spending, stocks will go up. That's true. But we got to worry about interest rates. I'm staying on the side of the bull, investing in more stocks, gold and silver. Yes, I think that money. I'm trying not to speak too much because I did an episode on this already. It's going to come out tomorrow, but that's what I think is going to come. You know, I think we're going to see retail things like that. Trucker, I will. The next episode. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Friday. I'm going to do another episode Friday. I'm going to do a live on Friday or Saturday. Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. The next episode, I'm going to do a CCVI review. He's been asking me about this CCVI every time. I don't know how long it's, but since you're so persistent, I will do a review on that one. John said audio is great. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, definitely, John. I made a investment into my audio. This is directly of you guys and girls supporting me. Y'all been supporting me now for over the years, and I don't know, 2013, I think. I've been out now, way before it was cool. So almost for all this time that I've been on, people are looking at all this time I've been on this this podcast episode. I want to say my numbers came back for the week, the last 7 days on YouTube, 45,000 views. That's almost 6,000 views per day on my YouTube channel. And my podcast, I think it was averaging 300 impressions, 300 plays per day. I want to say it's about a little bit over 2,000 impressions a week or something like that. So you're talking about 3,000 impressions a week on the podcast. And, this is just me by myself. It's not me with a gang of people. And it's just from y'all sharing. And since y'all been supporting it, I've been able to upgrade my stuff. I hadn't got a new camera yet. Looking at getting a new camera. But I made some investments into my audio. I could play a little background music. I got some sound effects going on. So thank you for that. So, oh, look at that. Appreciate that, John. John donated $5, man. I appreciate it. Look at it, John. He said, thanks for what you do. And he donated $5. Appreciate it. But yeah, from y'all supporting me, to giving this content, I've been able to get me some mixing boards and get me some microphones and get me some new lights and update my thing. So definitely being able to appreciate it. I definitely appreciate y'all for supporting me. Appreciate it, Miss Joyce. Joyce said, I tell everybody about you. You explain everything well. And today episode, I'm gonna have to do another episode. He said, I like the background and the sound effects. All right. Yeah, we got some sound effects in here. You know what? This is my show. Shout out to Vigo Sachi who did this for my show here. Here it is. Let's see if I can play it.
What up? What up? It's your boy Vigo Sachi. This is the Investor Show, and you're checking in with the investor genius, Prince Dykes. Let's get it.
I appreciate that. Yeah, and I can play my little sounds. I got my little audio in here. I'm like a little kid in the candy store.
What up? What up? It's your boy Vigo Sachi. This is the Investor Show, and you're checking in with the investor genius, Prince Dykes. Let's get it.
Hey, you know what? That's why you can't give nobody nothing. I had too much fun. But I'm looking for better ways to bring this content to you guys and girls, and that's exactly what I'm doing. Thank y'all for y'all support. Y'all been the ones who's been able to push me to get to new heights and to get new people to come on to the shows. The show has done great for me over the years. Been very well in the pandemic, environment we're in. So I definitely appreciate it, man. I definitely appreciate it. Max B said classy. Oh yeah. That was I met Vigo in Japan. And I don't know, that's probably like 5 or 6 years ago. And he gave me a nice little drop, man. He did that drop for me and I appreciate it. And he sent that to me. So I definitely appreciated his drop. So I'm gonna I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna try to give you guys some content every day. So the podcast, y'all been doing supporting. I look at the numbers. I'm back here. I'm sitting in this studio in my basement, and then my office is across the way. Sometimes I shoot in my office. When y'all see the books stuff, sometimes that's in my office. But across the way, this is my studio. You guys been able to support me and been pushing it. That's why people have been coming on and growing the platform and things like that. So I'm gonna keep bringing it to y'all. But the last topic I wanted to get into bond yields and stocks. I'm gonna have to separate that one and do that one for y'all tomorrow. I really got to get out of here. I got some snow to shovel. I got some reading to do. I got some schoolwork to do. So it's a lot of stuff on the table, some emails to get back to. So hopefully y'all got some out of it. You're going to get that CCIV. I'm going to review that one. So thank y'all for all of the things. I'm going to keep, when I get to that 50,000 subscriber mark on YouTube, I'm going to give away $50 probably to 5 people or something like that. So I'm always going to keep feeding y'all. Every time we have guests come on, y'all going to get the premium content from premium people. And you're always going to get things, I don't like to give away money a lot. I like to give away books, and I like to give away something that's going to help you get to the next level, get to the next phase. All right. So yeah, definitely appreciate that. What is y'all saying? We're getting to see IBV on the next one. All right. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, I got to get out of here. It's getting late on my end. I got some chores to do in the house that I was supposed to do earlier, but I had to do 2 shows tonight. So y'all see the show for tomorrow. That'll come out tomorrow. And the Hawaii show will come out tomorrow. Then on Saturday, I'll probably come back in here and do another live, and we'll do a CCIV review. All right. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, I thank y'all for tuning in tonight, spending this late night with me. Until the next video, podcast, cartoon, or whatever else crazy y'all see me doing around the globe. Peace, be safe. I'm out.